Let's hear this song you were raving about.
No. That's the love song. That's at the end of the show. This song, though, shout out to the Bronx, North Bronx to be exact.
Let's go. Oh,
shout out to my bro Benny the Butcher.
Not Benny the Butcher.
Not Benny the Butcher. Benny from the North. Fuck Benny the Butcher. Benny from the North. He's out in L.A. right now doing his thing. Cali.
That's right.
What up? He got a new project out. It's called The Collection.
Nice.
It's got my joint on there. This is not my joint. This is my new joint. It's got my old joint on there.
Your other
that
joint?
was on SoundCloud called I Miss You.
Right.
That's my shit. Go check it out if you haven't heard it. But this is my new shit.
Shouts to Benny.
Energy up, energy up, energy up.
Oh. Hey, yo, Benny, what up, God? Ain't shit changed, boy.
Benny, what's good?
Friend, but I'm still sucker ducking. Keep that shit 100. Ain't about nothing.
We got Thought Provokah in the house today, Jersey City.
Put out work that stepped on. I creep through your hood in the
Straight Fuego Studios.
I show you how to whip with the left arm. Baby Mac, like a T-Rex arm. I pray for
shout out Rakim.
I don't want them niggas to get smoked unless I was the nigga that sent smoke. They thought that my pen broke, but I was out relaxing in Pembroke. Nigga, my words bars.
Big BX, Big BX.
Close. I play the passenger on the West Coast. Army jacket looking like Esco. Y'all niggas way too gullible. Hair too colorful. You wildin' out, sis. Now I got a big brother. You living in the world where niggas do it for glamour. The lookout boys wanna be bigger than the trappers. Producers wanna be bigger than the rappers. I let my little homie Kanye yo without the camera. Great minds don't think alike. They think alone. When shit get rocky, I go Sylvester Stallone. Had to show him what I'm.
Shout out Rocky.
I can get your grave dug. You from the same town, but you can never get the same love. They said I couldn't go back home, and that was flattering. But the only reason they still home, cause they ain't traveling. I dodge through there with flip flops through there, and everybody rolly go TikTok through there. Big shot, who cares? I spin blocks with my big ox, nigga. You can hear a big shot through there.
Who cares?
Big leak, I chat different. I grew up on Mac Mans, y'all grew up on Rap Simmons, crossing the black kitten on your left lane now, and I'm back on the arm finally. And I'm comfortable far from home. My daddy tried to get a nut and ended up
with a monster clone.
Fats came and smashed up L, my boy took it. Y'all niggas giving up statements before the bookings. Henny got me sitting crooked. Who got the Fanta? Benny 2 Diesel when he lifting up the Mamba. Mo Bomba, smile, bitch, living my best life. I get it the best price. Hit the connect right, 100% right. You know where I stand, boy. In front of the boat, nigga, we giving them 10, boy. They say when you stop searching is when you find. But you ain't hear that from me, nigga, I'm blind. I read through every line, I weave through every jab. Don't need no 3 to 9, I needs the heavy bag. Looking at Hova, spend 90 in the playroom. Hate a nigga who play goon, stop it, nigga, you day room. Emo no, all I need is one take, but you already knew that. Say 313, nigga.
Woo!
He caught one.
Benny from the North, The Collection out now. New music out now. Thought Provokah. He got a EP called Poetry in Motion out now.
Let's go.
Hold on, I got something else new for y'all. Hold on, what you got? 1 second. Check this out. New Kanye. That's all I got though. It's just a snippet. I'm gonna play it again.
This guy.
Woo! New Kanye!
Yo, I'm gonna tell you something.
That's all I got.
I got baby girl in the house tonight. You know, it's her first time, so
I said this on the last show, and no matter what, like Kanye's on his crazy shit or whatever, he's always gonna produce some shit.
That's just on fire, right?
He's gonna produce some shit, yo.
And I know you like the Backstreet Boys too. So yeah, I know you're extra excited for that shit.
You know what?
Welcome, hold on. Let me do that joke. Welcome world.
What a hater.
Episode 175 of the Great American Hip Hop Debate Podcast. I am the brother Burns. To the left of me, I got AJ McLean from the Backstreet Boys.
AJ McLean.
Was he on the Backstreet Boys? Or I got one of the Backstreet Boys to my left.
Yeah, all of them. Yes to the OP. You know what it be, baby. We out here.
We got our guest, Jersey City's own Thought Provokah in the building.
What's good, y'all? What's good?
Rapper, poet, spoken word, performer.
Let me just clear that up. I'm from the 845 NY.
Oh, my bad. You live in Jersey City.
Yeah, I live in Jersey City.
Okay.
But
what is the 845?
845 NY is Poughkeepsie, is Newburgh, is towns like Middletown, upstate New York. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, upstate. Shout out to that. Shout out to Upstate. Shout out to the bros Etho, Jay Black. Shout out to my bro Boo Boo. Shout out to Reno Raps. They got a big show in Brooklyn, January 5th. Big shout out to the bro Jay Rios, always making sure we stay in tune. We're gonna be in the building.
True indeed.
Thought Provokah, you're more than welcome if you're available. January 5th in Brooklyn. Check the Instagram for the exact address. It's
Yeah.
like Kingsland, some shit. Brooklyn. Y'all know what it is. Back to the Backstreet Boys, your favorite band of all time. Talk to me about. You started the fan club, right? If I
Word,
recall.
yeah. Back in the day,
The president.
I was part of the Backstreet fan club. You know, head vice president and all that.
You got the tattoo, sir?
Yeah,
Oh,
still
lit,
got
lit.
it. Still got it. Still got it.
Lifetime.
Always, man. Backstreet for life.
But that's off the Kanye and Ty Dolla $ign EP or album that should be dropping
Nice.
soon. How y'all feel about that? Y'all
What
interested
is
in
that
that?
dropping? Like, I'm interested to hear it. Like,
Yeah.
sonically, like you may not like Kanye's politics or whatever the case may be. I'm looking forward to it sonically. I want to hear how it sound.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
agree.
Separate all that. You know.
Yeah.
I just want to hear how it sounds sonically.
Like I said, I always said he's gonna produce some shit.
And him and Ty Dolla $ign have made some dope shit before.
They have?
Yeah.
they
He
do?
was on Ty Dolla $ign was on Life of Pablo, I believe.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
And
You're right.
possibly also on Kids See Ghosts. I could be wrong, but
You're right as well. Yeah, he was on Kids.
yeah. So definitely, and I fuck with Ty Dolla $ign as a feature,
Yeah, not as a.
not as an album.
Not as a
Yeah.
feature on it.
Like
not
his
full-length?
own projects,
Yeah, they haven't been
you
good.
know,
He's always been better as a feature.
they're always subpar to expectation
Yeah.
because he's so good as a feature. You
You're
think
right,
he's gonna
right.
drop some? He's like Nate Dogg. Nate Dogg is a great example. Rest in peace, the West Coast legend. Great feature artist,
Yeah,
but
couldn't hold
you
the album.
couldn't
by
name
himself.
his album if you know.
Yeah, ain't like that. I Got Love joint. I don't know.
I don't even remember it.
See?
That's okay. I'm thinking if I got hoes. That's what I love. Shit.
I like that too. I'm just saying. Nah, I would dig some posthumous content from Nate Dogg.
I
you know?
would too. I'm
You
surprised
know
it
what I'm
has.
saying?
There's nothing out.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows if he stood in the studio like that?
Suge got that shit in the vault. Suge ain't playing.
Fucking
bro.
Suge, yo.
Shout out to Suge. He got a
isn't he
podcast.
doing, he's doing a podcast from prison, right?
yeah.
Damn, shouts to that, man. Wow.
Shout out to Suge.
That's crazy that in prison now you can get tablets and all that shit and all kinds of
He
crazy
got the
shit.
roadcaster and
All that, yo.
They have PS5,
Yeah, yo, that's
cell
craziness,
phones,
yo.
Wi-Fi.
They're making it, you know what? But that's scary though. You know why though, right? Because they're making it a little too comfortable for people to be like, oh, it's not that bad. No, it's still prison, fam.
Yeah. Word.
All right. How about if I propose the question, ain't we in prison?
What you? Yeah, obviously, yeah, the mental prison and all that.
Tell me the world prison, the fucking financial prison, or a little too deep for the first 15 minutes.
Word,
but-
word, word.
You really went off the fuck. You really
shout
went
out
to the bottom of the ocean. with that
I'm
one.
there. I'm there.
I get into that too.
Christ.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Maybe that prison's better, bro.
but
They don't gotta pay rent. They get fed. They got
I saw
cuddle
an interview
cuddle
the
buddies.
other day about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know about all that, man.
Hey,
Fuck all
yo.
that, yo. I don't know, man.
Hey,
Cuddle buddies is crazy.
If that's their choice, man, we can't knock them.
No. If that's what you like and that's what you're into,
Peace
by
to
all
you.
by all means, they stick to what you like. You know what I'm saying? It ain't for me
Yeah, word.
personally, and I'm not into that. You know,
You
what I'm saying?
can't be into the Backstreet Boys and not be into
You can definitely
No,
be
yeah.
into the Backstreet Boys and not be in
Backstreet Boys are NSYNC. Quick.
Backstreet Boys.
Thought Provokah.
Backstreet Boys. Backstreet. Yeah.
Nah, I gotta go in.
Yo, NSYNC was Justin Timberlake, bro. Come on.
Justin Timberlake alone beats all the Backstreet Boys. They're not fucking talented, really.
I don't know.
They're machine
I don't give a
made.
fuck. How about that?
I'm a
True.
little off Justin Timberlake. You know what I'm saying? He kind of giving me the vulturous vibes. For real.
Yeah. Oh,
for
yeah.
me.
He's doing it now. He's doing the vulture.
Nah,
Well, he
I
always did.
I kind of.
What do you
feel,
mean?
Yeah.
He was always a culture vulture.
I kind of feel like he hopped on the R&B wave, took all the.
Nah, but he also got a strong cosign at the very beginning
Yeah.
with Pharrell. Pharrell said he was the new Marvin Gaye.
He's wilding.
Fuck Pharrell.
I'm just saying.
Who the fuck is Pharrell to say anybody's
Pharrell
the
is
new
one of the
Marvin
most
Gaye?
accomplished producers in
Yeah.
the world, not even just in hip hop,
And
in the world, bro.
what's that supposed to mean to me?
I'm just saying though,
And I
dog.
love Pharrell, but he
He got that way
tweaking
because
with that
he
one.
was like he was already given that. Like Pharrell, like you always said, sometimes we too welcoming. You know what I mean?
The culture. We are too welcoming, bro. He
And-
came, raped the culture, made his bread, violated Janet Jackson, got forgiven, and then
Yeah.
made a fucking country album. And now he's touring country shit. Fuck out of here, bro. Fuck Justin Timberlake. Although The 2020 project is a 5-mic classic R&B album that I'll play from start to finish whenever I want. But fuck him and Pharrell too, bro.
Nah, fuck Pharrell.
Pharrell's all right.
I can't go that far, but he wilded out with the opinion though. That
fuck Pharrell. I'm gonna stand by it, bro.
When he said that, I was like, nah,
I'm gonna stand by it. What we was talking about before the show, you got to stand on your truth, regardless of the fucking
10 toes.
whatever. Pharrell gonna jump me? What he gonna do?
Hey, he got the nerds.
If I get beat up by nerds, I deserve it, bro.
Yeah, you probably would get beat up.
I probably would. I'll join them.
you are a nerd.
I'm a super nerd. You kidding me? Oh, man, let's get into these projects, man. My bro Thought Provokah is dropping 8 projects in the year 2023. Before we get into the actual projects, what was the mindset behind that plan?
Just working, bro. I feel as though, like, when I started getting into my bag last year, I just had this, like, spur of creativity, and I felt like it was a creative way to, like, you know, stay relevant, stay in the algorithm, and I had more than enough content to just keep going and keep releasing. And I feel like a lot of times, you know, it's always, I feel like it's cookie cutter. We fixate on the rollout plan. You got an 8-week rollout plan. And then what I was hearing from my fans is we want music, like before anything else. And me, you know, me starting back, getting into it, I started rapping back again in like 2014. And I started to realize the catalog wasn't as strong and didn't have enough projects in it. So I said this year my focus is to increase my catalog, and that's what I've been doing. That was the plan.
Was there any specific reason it was 8 projects?
It was just what the content called for. You know, it was like, all right, I can knock these 2 EPs out. I got 2 more EPs planned. And a lot of the times, like, even I know we'll get into it, but I'm creating on the spot. So I kind of put myself under pressure and it's like, I'm going to make these 8 projects. This is a goal I set for myself. I originally said 10, but I said I stopped more so between 8. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was going to ask, are these like, not projects, but songs that you just compiled that you've had, or you're just making them as you go?
I'm making them as I go.
Wow.
Are you recording yourself?
I'm not recording myself. I go to a studio. Sometimes I'll, you know, have a verse. I'll have a little setup where I have, you know, have my verses there and set them up to get mixed.
Tracks.
Yeah, the reference tracks and everything. But most of the time I'm heading to the studio, do like a 5-hour session, knock out 2 projects, leave.
Okay.
Like that's kind of the style.
Wow, that's crazy then.
Yeah.
So you, like you said, you are having a spurt of creativity.
Yeah. But I usually do that because like when I'm in the studio, like I'm focused. I don't drink, I don't smoke. I'm there. So when I'm there, my main goal is to knock out as many songs as possible and to rehearse the songs that I've already had. That way I'm not wasting the time. It's like knock that one song, cue up the next one. Knock down one song, cue up the next one. So we not wasting time. I'm not sitting here doing 80 takes and all that. That's how I can put out 8 projects within the year.
Dope. And that's great advice for new artists. Don't go in the studio bullshitting. Don't go to the studio to write. That's terrible. You're just wasting your fucking time.
You got to have it already.
Have your shit ready. Have your shit practiced, memorized, ready to go. Get in there, knock it out. Tell the engineer to do his mixing and mastering later when you gone. Knock out his. That's a Tupac method. That's a Tupac.
Record as much as you can. While you're there.
Absolutely. So shout out to that. Shout out to you. 8 projects, super dope. Real quick, as an artist, do you feel pressure to constantly release projects in order to keep that algorithm jumping and stuff?
I feel like absolutely. I feel like, but I don't necessarily, I wouldn't call it pressure. I wouldn't necessarily just call it, you know, staying creative. You have to stay active.
Right.
You have to be active in some way, shape, or form, but you also have to try to create seminal works so that months down the line, they remember you. Right. So the trick is to create an abundance of content, but don't sit here and create something that isn't meaningful just to be in the algorithm. Create something that's going to stand the test of time that we're going to talk about next year and years after and having, you know, liner notes or certain, you know, some to differentiate you in your creative process. Like you don't just want to put out bullshit. Like you don't want to do that. But what you want to do is you want to have your content, you know, so potent and so powerful that they remember you, as opposed to just putting something, whatever out just to be popular, or putting a skit out or putting a freestyle out just mainly to be there, solely to be there. You want to be viable there. You know what I mean?
What do you say to people that say that releasing so many projects in a year kind of dilutes your catalog and your content?
I would say that if they feel as though they dilute it, then they're not putting the requisite attention on the projects that they're releasing. Every project that I put out, I'm putting 150% into that project. It may seem like it's coming quick, but within that time that I'm creating, there's nothing else that matters outside of that project. You can put out a multitude of albums in a year. They all can be good, but it's all about the attention to detail and how much you actually care about it. Do you care about creating the best art possible, or you solely care about being in the algorithm, being viral, being popping, being lit, having some money attached to it? Is that your main goal? Because I feel like if you focus on the art first, all that other stuff comes with it. When you just focus mainly on your art, I feel like it dilutes it if you diluted your effort into putting proper attention into each project.
Yeah. All right, so you said you don't focus so much on the rollout, like you're not focused on the rollout. So, but beforehand, do you think out how could I put it?
The concept of the album.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Most pretty much every project I've put out this year and years past has been, thematically, detailed. So it's always been thematic. That way I feel like it sort of takes the place of a rollout because you can sort of follow the theme. It's always attached to something. Like it may be attached to wrestling, it may be attached to some nostalgia, it may be attached to like a soul album like I had with Solo. So you see the David Ruffin, it's like, oh, we're getting him pouring out his soul into things, But it's not saying like in the future I won't be focused on the rollout, but for this year, it was more so I was focused on putting out the projects so that the catalog could be bolstered. Yeah. And then from there on, we'll focus on more detailed rollouts and, things of that nature.
Projects and shit, yeah.
But I think, like you said, the concept of it and the creativity of it serves as a rollout of sorts.
Exactly.
And if your fans are paying attention and aware that there's 8 releases dropping this year, then that itself is a form of a rollout.
True indeed.
Right.
To go back to what you said about artists kind of just putting out work to be lit or to remain active and to be on the algorithm, I think we see that a lot. I think we've seen that a lot this year. Yeah. A good example would be like, let's say, a little Uzi Vert or a little Dirk, where they drop an album, it's subpar, then they talk to the fans and are like, yo, I know the shit was subpar, but I'm about to drop the deluxe in 2 weeks. That's going to be the real album. And it's like, why you ain't dropped the real album first? Why y'all got to sit through the bullshit first to then get
they made you buy the bullshit, now they're going to make you buy the deluxe.
That's why I don't buy shit. Shout out to Apple Music. For $10.99, I got any song I want and I don't got to buy nothing. So I'm sorry if your 0.073 cent stream isn't helping you as an artist.
But I'm sorry. No. But I just want to interject.
To all artists.
Yeah, but I also feel like if you're putting all your hopes and dreams on Spotify, you don't have no merch, you don't have no physicals to go give people. Or if you're not, like I said, also like attention to detail, like knowing your fan base. What does your fan base want? My fan base wants merch and physicals. So I have to figure out a way to make it a brand with merch and physicals. If you're only worried about that couple cents you get from Spotify, then you really haven't thought out and planned how does your brand work in this day and age.
Your business plan is fucked.
You could easily, like, I'm the one online doing the planning about Spotify, but I also realize that I feel like that a lot of times it's more of a promotional tool. Is how your fans get to you, and then once they see you on Spotify, you can then direct them to direct-to-consumer products.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
that's actually a fucking smart-ass strategy, bro.
Yeah.
You hook them on Spotify. Spotify is effectively like today's radio. Right? So they discover you on Spotify. Then they go find you. Then they actually, which is the beauty of living in 2023, 2024, they fucking DM you directly. Like,
absolutely.
It's not like in 97 I couldn't DM Hova and shit.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
damn sure would have.
Yeah. Where's my rock chain?
Yeah, straight up. Still waiting, Hov. What's up? Then you can actually interact with the fan, right? And this is where you build these lifelong fans.
True indeed.
You interact with them, you get to know them, they get to know you. Y'all create, rapport and shit, and then
you could even find talent.
They get the merge,
Right.
you know. Then let's say you plan a tour, and you know you're coming their way. You hit them direct. Yo, I'll be in your city, January. Boom, at this place. Tell your friends. Boom, boom, boom. Like it's beautiful that it's so direct to customer beyond just like selling them.
Yeah, selling
goods.
them something.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
You're building a relationship, and like
interacting
I said,
with them.
They're gonna be
Right.
your fans for a long time doing that, bro.
They're gonna remember that shit.
Oh yeah. So shout out to that. Shout out to you. And you do have some merch, I believe. I thought I saw on your Instagram some merch. You
Yeah, I
want to plug
do.
that real
I
quick?
do have merch coming. I do have merch coming soon for a project that's in the works that I'll talk about. Hoodies, hats. I do have CDs for sale. T-shirts. I had my getting my clothes washed or whatever. I did have like a Thought Provokah T-shirt. For a project I'm coming out with. So merch and vinyl. I have CDs out now. But for the current project, Poetry in Motion. But clothes and merch and everything, just we working, everything is coming soon, definitely.
So shout out to that. Everybody be on the lookout for that. Make sure you're following Thought Provoker on Instagram at Thought THOUGHT. Is there an underscore after that?
There is.
There is, right? Underscore Provoker. PROVOKAH. Make sure y'all following the bro. Go follow him on YouTube. Follow him on Spotify. He's got 5 projects released this year so far. Let's start with the first one, which you mentioned earlier, So Low, which if you look at the title, it's like almost like a triple entendre, the title. The way I'm looking at it, you know what I'm saying? So give people a little breakdown on that specific project. I believe that was the one that was R&B influenced.
Yeah, that was Solo is a triple entendre. Your soul can be low, you can feel, so low, and everything else. And I feel as though at that time, like I'm in a transition. I'm like, all right, I see a viable outlet for me outside of just my job, outside of just being a parent, outside of just being, just some cog in the wheel. So at that time I was speaking about just getting out of this matrix, getting out of this monotony of the world. And I was feeling depleted and low from just having all aspects of life just, zapping the energy out of me. You know what I mean? So that's basically what was going on. And I felt like nobody could really relate. You can talk to your partner, but she may not understand. You may could talk to your friends, they may not get it, what's going on in your life. So sometimes you just got to soldier on, by yourself.
Especially as a dude, right? Not to get into too much emotional talk, but dudes are not raised nor taught to openly express when they're going through difficult times or struggling. You know what I'm saying? Even with your homies, with your lady especially, like, some of us are taught that can be perceived as weakness. And I'm here to tell y'all got to talk to somebody. I don't give a fuck if it's homie on the block. I go talk to my pastor all the time. He helps me out. He just listens. Get a mentor. Get a friend.
Get a
your
friend.
Pops, your moms, your grandma. Find somebody just so you can vent and let that shit out, man. Because holding that stuff in, especially the times we're going through right now where there's just so much craziness and just so much negative, and
people explode, bro.
And people love to shine the spotlight on the negative. We're going to get into that. All y'all hip-hop bloggers, journalists, podcasters, y'all some real culture vultures. I'm going to really dig into y'all pause later on in the show, but y'all are fucking disgusting. Who handled the production on Solo? My bad, took to jump from one extreme to the other. Thought Provoker, who handled the production on Solo? Because I'm going to tell you, that's one of my favorite projects because I'm an R&B dude, and I always love when R&B gets chopped.
Dude's name was Murakai. Like, he kind of handled and gave like a lot of the soul, texture to it. And I feel as though, like, especially the first 3, Solo, Solo and Solo, like soul meaning my shoes, walking very, just your shoes are just worn down. You've been walking this terrain just so long, and you just feel like, what's my next move? I can't even, I don't know my next move. I'm related it to Forrest Gump. So, shout out to him for the production as well. And it was it was really soul laden, very reminiscent of like when I was listening to the Temptations, you know, David Ruffin and everything else, and the hooks had, you know, soul references and everything else. So I really, I left the song off that I really wanted. It's called Pray. And it was just a loop of just saying, I want to pray. And I felt, and at the last minute, it was something I had to leave off, but I just felt like that song I added that song to a later project with like a different beat, different song, different production. Okay. But the song was so powerful that, you know, I kind of got emotional in the booth about it. Yeah. But yeah, like I feel like that project is one of the more underrated on my catalogs and the least talked about, but it was one of the ones where I just laid it all on the line.
One of the most honest ones for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Marikai, where's he from?
I think he's from Finland. Like I found him on, I was going through Beats and like found him on BeatStar, messaged him like how do we get in, you know, touch, you know. I didn't want to like give him like $15 for a beat. I felt like that was kind of whack. So I was just like, let's kind of work out a deal. I'll pay for a folder. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that was sort of how I connected with him. And he had just so much heat to give out. So I was like, okay, let's do that deal. You know?
So you're into working with a producer for like a duration of a project, or getting multiple producers on a project?
I feel whatever the feel is, whatever the template is, the temperature is for it. I think this year, next year, I'm gonna be more focused into doing just one producer. And having him control like the whole landscape of the production. Right. But for this year, it was just multiple hands and whatever sounded the best for that project. And I know in this age of the internet, it's hard to like get in the studio with a producer, craft the sound, you know, create your own sound, and just, you know, just emailing back and forth, which, you know, I wish I could get in with a producer and just lock in, create a sound, but whatever fit, you know, the sound landscape for the project I sort of used.
Shout out to that, man. Shout out to the bro, Marikai. Were you picking the samples?
I wasn't picking the samples.
He was providing them?
In the past, for a lot of my projects, I will pick samples. I'm very meticulous with that, like going through samples. I'm a digger myself. Pause. Going word, but that sounded crazy. But going into like vinyls and everything else, like I'm a big vinyl collector, so. You know, a lot. My producer, Dumbo, shout out to Dumbo. He would have to tell me to slow down. Like, all right, stop picking samples. Like, stop it. Like, I don't feel like I'm making any beats here. So I was like, all right, I feel you. So I kind of like trying to toe the line between like not being too intrusive in the process, because a producer and a beat maker want to feel like a beat maker. Right. So if I'm always like, all right, pick this sample. All right, so 2 minutes into here, I want you to cut that, chop that. You know what I'm saying? Use this voice on this hook, like it's an 8-bar hook, but kind of stretch it to 10 to be like, they don't want to hear all that. Sometimes like
they're not creating, they're just following directions.
So I haven't been as heavy as picking samples this year. I kind of just let it flow with the beat maker and producer. Okay.
Dope. Have you ever delved into production yourself?
I'm gonna get into it. That's another reason why I'm putting out so much work, because I want to, like, when I do something, I like to delve in and just just be into the experience. And I don't want to come out like some, you know, half-ass producer or beat maker. I want to, you know, get into the process and figure out, you know, what it is I need to do in my sound and everything else. So I'm going to take, you know, a little hiatus to start crafting my own beats and my own sound. Because, you know, my right hand, my homie Benji, shout out to him, he's been trying to push me in that direction for years, because I'll always like send him samples and stuff, be like, yo, if you chop this, it'll sound crazy. You chop it at this, man. He was like, bro, you pick samples, you know where to place the hook. It's just a natural transition. You just need to sit down, kind of maybe take off the rapper hat for a minute and get into that word.
Shout out to that, man. Definitely try it out, bro. I think I always tell people and always promote, man, try it out. You could be anything you want to be, but you'll never know unless you try it. You feel me? You might be the illest producer fucking in Jersey City right now, in Jersey, period. And, you know, we'll never know until you start actually, you know, fucking with it and trying it. So shout out to that Solo EP out now. So I see you dropped an EP first. You followed that up with another EP called Life's a Blur. Was that strategic? 2 EPs before dropping full projects?
Yeah, like I
like
never...
Yeah,
I never saw, like, as far as like a rollout is concerned. I know we were talking about that. I've never saw somebody drop 2 projects at once, like EPs, and have them sound different and have them be completely different concepts. So, you know, it was a creative way to kind of extend Solo, because, you know, life could get you down, but then you're moving, like, you know, piggybacking off of and segueing off of Solo. With Life's a Blur, you moving and it doesn't really seem like you're retaining anything. It's just day after day after day after day. The memories are shorter, like the moments you spend with your family are shorter. It's just everything's just coming at you so fast you can't even get into the memories of life.
Right.
So that's those 2 projects kind of coincided with where life was for me at that point.
Yeah, that's actually pretty fucking deep, my bro. Like, you know, the older we get, the less memories we form. So life does in essence become a blur, and to have for that to be the follow up to Solo, where you're already, you know, kind of delving into the emotional aspects of life. That's pretty deep, man. I like that. I like that you express what it is you're going through, and what it is that this life is putting you through. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, again, we was talking about being honest. That'll probably be like kind of the running theme of the show. But honesty is always appreciated, man. And I always say I love musicians who I can feel what they're going through. You know what I'm saying? I might not agree with it. You know, I might not even be able to relate to it, but to know that I can feel your emotion. You're expressing yourself so well that I can feel it. Like, yo, if you never cried to a song, you're not even listening to music the right way, bro. Like, music gotta touch you deep in your soul and shit. And that's what makes the most beautiful music, the most important fucking music.
Gotta make the hair on your arm stand up.
Hell yeah, yo, I love that feeling, bro. When you hear a song, like I said earlier, and I'll get into it more later, when you discover a new song, that energy and that electricity that you get, yo, there's not a drug, bro. There's not a drug that
matches that,
that equates to that shit, man. So let's get into project number 3 of the year. You already dropped the 2 EPs, trying to warm the crowd up, warm the people up. Your goal was to drop the 8 projects, kind of get the algorithm back jumping, probably bring in some new fans and stuff.
Right. So I want to say at the top of the year, it was like I dropped it on Bandcamp first. Yeah. It was I let my tape rock to my tape pop.
First?
That was the first one. That was the first one that dropped. And then it was Is It Friday Yet, which was the second one, which was like a work related. Like it was it was like what is it? Office Space. It was like crafted around like Office Space and The Office. And then then I got into the 2 EPs, but I Let My Tape Rock was like...
That's my favorite joint.
Oh, so I had them in the wrong order. On Apple Music, because they're separated albums and EPs, they're in a weird order, but
it's easy to get it confused and everything. Right.
No, I Let My Tape Rock. That's my joint.
Yeah, that was like I've developed where a lot of people have tried to, talk me out of it, but I feel like I've created a style where if we, listen to Prince Paul, like the skits and, sort of like Lil Brother, if you could, listen to my albums, I'm a huge Lil Brother fan.
Okay.
And like the skits and everything else and the humor and everything that kind of goes in it, I kind of feel like I sort of brought some of that back, because I feel like I didn't hear a lot of skits on albums when I did one in 2020 called Can I Rap For You? And with this one, I sort of brought it back with the elevator music and my homie Benji, shout out to Benji, doing the skits and everything else and it being funny, you know what I mean? And that album was an ode to people not getting through albums. They don't listen to albums. You're picking out singles, you know, and it was kind of a shot to, you know, the Spotify listeners and everything else that don't take ownership of an album, listen to it, play it the whole way through, or say, this is what I'm riding with for the summer. This is what I'm riding with for the fall or the winter or whatever. Like, it's just, it, you know, being fickle about it. And it wasn't necessarily the fans, it was the people, wasn't necessarily the fans, it was the as you said, the bloggers, the people who are supposed to be music lovers. They're picking a single and then reviewing an album and not listening to the album. Right. And I feel like that is unacceptable. So it was sort of a shot and, you know, sort of, you know, an ode to us, you know, us people who love the art form, love music, just listening and getting through a whole album, no matter how long it is. If it resonates with you, resonates with you. Yeah,
because that album, that one had 21 songs on it.
Yeah, plus,
Well, with the skits, you know.
Well, shout out to the skits, because that's a lost art that
absolutely.
People just, for whatever reason, just stop fucking with. I always enjoy a good skit. Right. Shout out to the homage to Nas on the title. Yeah. But what you just said makes me think of a Hove lyric where he said, "Do y'all even listen to music?"
It's not Nas. It's I Let My Tape Pop is
oh, Big. That's right, Big.
Yeah.
Damn, why'd I say Nas?
I don't know.
Oh, Nas got Never Put Me in Your Box If the Shit Eats Tapes.
Eats tapes,
so the homage to Big. But what you were just saying reminds me of Hove. You know, these people... and we can't really blame the fans because now they're conditioned to it, bro. Their attention span has been cut so short that a single isn't even a song. A single be like 2 minutes and shit.
Yeah. 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, so they're trained to enjoy that, and they're not trained to look at albums the way we all probably look at albums, like as a whole solid piece of work, solid piece of art, where you want to press play and enjoy it and take the roller coaster ride and, you know, fuck with it and bond with it and learn it. And albums don't last, bro.
Nah.
The way music is put out, the way our attention spans are set up, the way these social medias are set up, even the music distributions themselves, they might highlight an album for a week and after that it's dead. Where we've listened to albums for a year or two straight, and we listen to albums for 20, 30 years straight.
True.
You feel me?
True.
So I don't know if 20, 30 years from now, people's going to be listening to some of the music.
But I got a question for all of us, since we're not the casual fans. We aren't. You know what I'm saying? We're the minority, but we're not the casual fans.
Right.
There's got to be albums now that you've heard maybe within the last 7 years, and you're still listening to it till this day.
Oh, yeah.
That's because Absolutely. It's that good.
But we
we're the minority.
Conditioned differently.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm saying there is viable, good music
Cole
out there. Cole
has dropped dope albums. Kendrick's Good Kid, Mad City still fire. Kanye's dropped albums. Even Hove has dropped albums that we still listen to. Nas, Diddy, it's a bunch of people. My boy Diddy. Damn, you know what's crazy though? You said something earlier that actually did make me think about Nas, and that was like it almost made me think about Nas like kind of in a little bit of a negative sense, because we were talking about people that are dropping a lot of projects that may not be sustainable nor memorable, and Nas dropped 6 albums, and I don't know if I would be 100% wrong in saying that none of them were truly memorable.
No, but okay, as far as maybe project wise, but still they had highlights on there that were memorable.
They had songs.
Yeah.
Right. I'm talking about a memorable album. I don't believe that.
Magic was really good though. Magic 1 was Magic.
That was my favorite one.
Magic 1 was really it. And I don't know, like when he first dropped out, and I know you talking about the feeling, like when I think I'm in the minority about it. Like King's Disease 1 is it for me. I feel like it had every template of everything. You had something for the younger crowd. You had something for somebody like me who was like, when the firm, I didn't even care if the verse wasn't all that good. You didn't feel, you know, I people were debating about Fox's verse. I didn't care. I was just so happy the firm was back together. Like Corey Mega was on the album with Nas. Like I was a little kid at Christmas. You know what I mean? That album gave me a feeling that, you know, Car 85, those songs, like I don't know. King's Disease for me, King's Disease 1 and Magic 1 to me stuck out. And they still like, they still, I'ma still listen to those. Like, you know, so
that's fair.
For me.
You're a fan of Hit Boy production?
Yeah, I am.
I am too. I like his production style.
You know, a lot of people have, mixed opinions and mixed opinions about it. It's a hit or miss sometimes and I can say that for a lot of producers, but for the most part, King's Disease 1 hit for me. Everything, like even Ultra Black made you feel good, like cleaning up your crib or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You got to wash the dishes or something. You play Ultra Black. Like as a black person, I felt prideful listening to that. You know what I mean? So
I get it. Yeah,
you know. So for me, King's Disease 1, Magic. Out of that run, and Magic 2 has some moments. Even the Lauryn Hill joint. You know what I'm saying?
Anyone?
I just think it was so downplayed, yo. Like you just mentioned the Firm reunion.
Yeah,
I forgot that shit even happened. Word is born. And the Lauryn,
like
Lauryn dropping a new verse, that shit should have been a big deal. And maybe to us because we're older, and maybe you know, whatever. People nowadays don't give a shit, but I don't know. I thought that shit.
Did you listen to the song with Lauryn? Did you like it?
I listened to it. I liked it. It's Lauryn. It's Nas. I liked it. I couldn't tell you one bar. I don't even know the name of the song.
Saving souls, but y'all complain about my lateness.
Yeah. Oh shit! I complained about her lateness on air one time.
Come on, man. That hit different.
Oh, I'm gonna go back and listen to it. She talking directly to me. Then.
She's talking right to you, fam.
Word.
Nah, I love Lauryn, bro. Shout out to Lauryn, man. Shout out to Nas too. I don't know. It's the time. It's the conditioning. It's the attention spans. You know, we have to kind of fight through it. And for the most part, you know, if a project is good enough, we will and we can.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Nas should have took King's Disease 1, 2, and 3, took all the best shit and made one. And then Magic 1, 2, and 3, took all the best shit and made one. And just put out 2 classic ass albums. But that's just me. Definitely there were classic songs because I remember Quincy and Michael. I think that was the name of it. That shit is
Michael
still
Quincy,
fire.
yeah.
The Reminisce joint, I still love that shit. The joint you said, Car 85, that shit was crazy fire. Even the shit with Fabio, the Spicy.
That shit,
like there's songs that I fucked with, but
that was a bang.
I don't think there was an album.
Thun was dope.
Thun
was dope.
See, but like Nas,
Queens in the house.
Yeah,
for example, Nasir. People shit on Nasir.
Right.
The Kanye album.
The album,
I love that album. And I mean, I love it as an album. I'll play that shit from start to finish.
I like that album. I fuck with it.
You know, opinions vary.
Right.
I think that album was way ahead of its time. And now I think people will go back and listen to it and understand it better.
Yeah. Well, it's Nas, bro. That I think that might have been the case with Nas on a few albums and shit that he's too smart, bro. It's hard to keep up with Nas. But shout out to Nas. Shout out to the Firm, man. Shout out to Foxy. I was just actually talking to my niece, and she was asking me if I heard the new Nicki Minaj album. Shout out to Nicki Minaj. She got a new album out. I believe it's Pink Friday 2. I haven't heard it.
Nah, I ain't checking yet.
I ain't really checking for it. Keep it real. I told my niece, like, you know, that's not really my vibe, you know.
Right.
But I was telling her, like, yo, you know, Nicki's cool, but I fuck with Kim, I fuck with Foxy. Go listen to Foxy's first album. Go listen to Il Nana. That shit right there.
Cool word.
Yeah.
And then even the when she went on her Jamaican shit on the second album or whatever.
Now, I heard she was barring out Nicki.
Oh no, you're talking about like the third album. Where she got that song with what the hell, Sprague
with
Benz?
Sprague Benz, yeah.
Dope.
I was fucking with that. But Nicki, you know, she got joints I like too. You know, it's just not an album thing. Again, not to dwell on the album thing, but I'm an album dude.
Me too.
But let's go back to I Let My Tape Rock till my tape pop. So that actually started the year off.
Yeah, that's
so you started the year off on some real hip hop shit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay. See, that makes things different.
I was inspired by like Big, like I said, like if you can tell, like the Big and Nas connection. You know what I mean? I was in and out New York City. I was throughout all my childhood, adolescence, I was always either somewhere in the borough or somewhere upstate. So I was always like, I was in Brooklyn when Big died. I was visiting my uncle.
Oh shit.
Word, and he put on Hot 97, and that was to the point where you couldn't even play Tupac in the house. Like my cousin was like, I'm not trying to hear none of that. Like there was like a strict enforcement against it. Word, and I would just sneak and play it because I was just like, I don't understand. I'm a kid. I'm 7, 8.
Yeah. I ain't got nothing to do with this.
Yeah, word. I'm just trying to hear the music. But But at the same time, like that was my like homage to like New York and what started me. Like I picked up, I think the first album I picked up was that I really covet was Lifestyles of the Poor and Dangerous, Big L. And then it was Reasonable Doubt. I'm the Reasonable Doubt stan. I let anybody know.
Me and you
I'll
both,
argue,
brother.
argue to death about that album. So it was that, and it was, you know, at even now we get regional arguments about hip hop, but at that time I didn't know about UGK. Somebody had to, my cousins down south had to put me on, but for that, you know, it was just about like New York and what I was hearing, the sounds I was hearing when I was growing up, because I felt like the music aged me past what I was. I didn't feel 8. I felt 13, 14.
Well, the music back then was dope. First of all, like dope is an understatement. Yeah. Right. But also you could learn, bro. Like I remember learning shit listening to hip hop, bro. I remember learning mad shit and retaining it to this day. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it was different, man. So to pay homage to that is a beautiful thing, man. 95 was such a good year. I find myself lately watching a lot of Rap City from 93 to like 94, 95. Yeah, they got them on YouTube. I be watching a lot of that shit, bro. So I totally get where you're coming from. Real quick, you mentioned Big L's Lifestyles of the Poor and Dangerous. On Twitter, somebody said Big L's Lifestyle of the Poor and Dangerous was a better album than Wu-Tang Forever.
Okay, they tripping.
I had to politely tell him, Big L wouldn't fucking say that. You kidding me?
Shout out to my people on hip hop Twitter, but I don't really get into the debates unless like I feel like compelled. Like I'll see something that's so like off kilter.
You like, yo, I can't let you slide.
I can't let you do that. But most of the time, like I just be out the way. Be like, all right, that's how you feel. I'm gonna just rock with what I rock with. But some days you just be like, all right, you're doing a lot today.
You need to sit down.
It's too much. You're doing a lot.
They call you on that day.
Especially with that one. Like, come on, Wu-Tang Forever, Big L. Like, I'm not the biggest Big L fan.
Yeah.
But y'all bugging. Come on, bro.
Yeah, nah.
Come on. Yeah. And I learned a long time ago you can't argue opinion because it's very difficult to change someone else's opinion. Right. You know, if we're going to argue, let's argue facts that are provable. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, you're just wasting time. And if you argue with an idiot from afar.
There's two idiots.
So, but Big L, rest in peace. You bugging. Then you followed up, I let my tape rock till my tape popped with Is It Friday Yet, which I think is one of the most like creative theme albums. Yeah. Because I think that's mad relatable, bro. Like who doesn't yo, there's mad times I be like, yeah, damn, tomorrow's Friday. Finally. And they be like, nigga, it's Wednesday. Yeah. And I'll be like, today's Wednesday. Oh, today's Tuesday. Shit. That's a fact. Like, are you serious? So I totally get that, man. Is it being a part of the workforce, right? Mm-hmm. It's not often that music is made about it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't name you 5 songs about work. One that I can remember that I always fucked with was Cameron. What was the name of this? I Hate My Job. Yeah. Cameron, I Hate My Job. Yeah. So this was in that vein almost, you know what I'm saying? And I think we all have been there or have gone through that. So can you walk us through the recording process of that project and where was your mindset? I mean, I got a pretty good idea where your mindset was.
All right, so I had just transitioned to another job, right? I'm going through the trainings and you're noticing like it's so much information to retain. Like I work in a shelter, so you know
shout out to that, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Word. Like and help people with housing, but along with that, you also have to be cognizant of mental health issues and you know long-term homelessness, and it weighs on you, and it's not necessarily the clients, but it's the management, and you sitting here like, all right, so how am I supposed to help these people with all these restrictions and you arguing with the people that's supposed to put the process. And so at the end of the week, you're just drained, not from the client themselves, but from the bureaucracy. Like let's get this going so that person, that woman, that man can feel like a person again, a human being, and have their own place. And then that's why you see the image, the album cover of the man just sitting there at the end of the week, like, oh God, this is some bullshit here. Why am I, you know what I mean? And I was, I have an office, but you're sitting at your office desk like, it's another week. Here we go. I got to get through this. I got to deal with a whole bunch of shit I don't want to deal with. I know I got to pay rent. These bills got to be paid. Kid need new sneakers, whatever. Everything. Whatever you got to do to get yourself through the week. So, and I feel like at the time, like I'm sitting here listening to a lot of the conversation be about whips and chains and money, and I'm just like, well, where's the album for the regular people who have to either recording or in the workforce and still doing music? There's nothing for them to relate to.
Right.
So this album is for those people who after this studio session, I gotta go to sleep. I gotta get my rest. I gotta do this commute. I gotta be back to the 9 to 5. So this is for them.
Right.
And there's way more people
of those
of the 9 to 5 variety than of the whips and chains variety, because y'all really the fucking minority.
Rare.
So shout out to that, man. Shout out to relating, to creating a project that is relatable to the common man and expresses feelings that we have all felt. Yo, probably mad times, bro. And shout out to you for. You're working in that position at the at the shelter and helping people find housing and whatever else they need and stuff. And you're battling your coworkers, who I'm willing to bet some of them act like the fucking money's their own and they're not willing to share it. But you also I can only imagine how frustrating it is to be within the system and see the system in action and. It's a fucking bullshit ass system, bro. Like, it's not designed to help us and bring us up. It's literally designed to keep us down, bro. So to sit in it, oh, that shit must be crazy frustrating. And
you looking at emails. It's a Saturday. You looking at 30 emails on a Saturday at 11 o'clock when it's like, yo, it's my day off. Like,
and they probably not even like beneficial emails, helpful emails. They probably some bullshit.
They don't pertain to anything. And then you're looking at the bureaucracy in action, and you're seeing like, housing packet after housing packet being failed, and this person is like, oh, I just want to leave here. I just want to be in my own home, and you sympathize with that, heavily. And I created that album from that place. Like, I see this system, I see how it's working, and I don't like it. But I'm here because I got bills.
That's the sad thing, bro. That's the sad thing. You have to tolerate it. You kind of almost got to swallow it, pause, just to. So that you don't end up there needing the service that you providing. You know what I mean?
I could be working in the office and then go from my office right to one of them rooms in there if I'm not careful. So
straight up, man. So shout out to that. Real quick, being that you're in that environment, if ever there is an event or something that needs volunteers, needs help, please let us know.
Absolutely.
We're actually like waiting to go volunteer and do some stuff and help some people. We definitely want to give back to the community. So if anything pops up, or if you hear anything, even if it's not through you, just please spread the word.
I got you.
So we could get out there, help the people, man. Because in this day and age, bro,
people need help, bro.
Yeah,
and we need help. And we're okay. You feel me? Like, we're not fucked up. We're not homeless. We're not struggling. We're not freezing. So imagine the people who are really going through it. Like,
exactly. That's what I wanted to say.
Man. So shout out to you. Shout out to all the good people, man. And the people at that job that's playing, like, it's not your money, bro. Help those people out, man. Get them people off the streets. Winter's coming. It's cold. Some people don't got heat in their car. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's me. Nah, my heat went, bro. I got like a short or something. I'm in the whip with a blanket and candles.
You see your breath and shit.
What's that story that Bleak told about Hove where they didn't want to pump the gas?
And he opened the windows.
Yeah, open the window. You got to grab the triple bubble goose from 9.
You know what's fucked up? I got to open the windows to get the fog off them. That's the only way it'll work. So I'm just trying to light up Blizzy. I'm free. Well, whatever, man. People's way worse than me. I'm not complaining, bro. Whatever. I had a car with no heat before. I survived. I'll survive again. Right. There's people that don't got heat, period.
Or a car.
They outside all day and it's freezing. You kidding me? So shout out to y'all, man. Prayers to y'all. Love to y'all.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like for doing that, for helping the people, and please continue to fight, man. Because it's good to know that someone is on the inside with the right mentality and the right priorities. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to that. That was Is It Friday Yet? That's out now. Then you followed that up with Solo. Okay, see, now it's making more sense, actually.
Right.
Now it's making a lot more sense. I'm seeing it like you know, they're all connected. And now I'm getting it, right? Because then Is It Friday Yet? Then you're so low because that job must be draining.
Drains you. By Friday, you done.
Yeah, man.
Well, Is It Friday Yet connects to actually another story that that's called I'm Good. That connects to I'm Good was about this guy Nap Jones. He was working, you know, he's asking his mom and, you know, his girl for money. He's going through, like, you know, being an alcoholic, smoking every day, you know what I'm saying, lost his job and everything else. And the sequel to that is It Friday Yet? He's in the corporate world now. He's here, he's building, but this job is draining him as well. He just got back on his feet, but man, is it draining. It's kind of more than he bargained for. He's coming from Walmart where he's sort of stacking shelves and, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, now he's, you know, you in a button up, you got people's lives in your hands, and it's like, all right, I gotta go drink something after this. And so you kind of go into those old habits, you know. Yeah. And that sort of that those two connect.
But I'm Good was 2022, right?
I'm Good was 2022.
Late 2022.
Yeah.
Well, that goes to show, bro, the grass ain't always greener on the other side, man. Don't think when you get that corporate job, that corner office, and that suit and tie, that shit is just suddenly gonna be sweet and you chilling. Should be worse, man. It's more cutthroat. It's more fucking scandalous.
Why you think they're giving you more money? It's more responsibility.
More responsibility.
And they'll fire you even quicker.
Hell yeah. Because you're making more money.
Yeah, man.
They'll be like, you gotta go. Get up out of here.
Word. So, but I like that you're going beyond the song making, right? Because for example, that I'm Good project, and I didn't hear that one because I only focused on 2023, but you actually created a character and gave him a backstory and gave him a family and gave him struggles and hardships and gave him a solution and, you know, well, not a solution, but, you know, a promotion of sorts and allowed the story to continue.
Right.
Where is this storytelling mentality coming from? Is it a hip hop thing, Biggie, Nas, and them, or is it? Are you like a movie buff, or is it even a wrestling thing? Because you know them wrestling stories.
It's all connected. I am like, all right, so it's a spot. It's embarrassing to know my girl hates it, but I'm not the person who necessarily I like streaming services, but I'm a DVD head. I will buy. I have a spot right down the street. This record spot. They sell dollar DVDs. I will buy 13 of them in a minute and watch every one of them. I love collecting seasons. What is it? Critic. I was watching Taxi. I'll be watching, you know, like series. I'm a series head. And you could tell the storytelling and how it's episodic. Yeah. And I feel and that's where I kind of get a lot of my inspiration. I'm a big reader. I gotta cut down on the collection of the books and the DVDs, so that's where a lot of that comes from. You know, shout out to my girl.
Funny, bro. No, shout out.
You
to
know,
that,
so because she deals with the neurosis of my collecting and
they got to be in order and it got to be season 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't fuck up the season.
And I noticed, I'll be like, so I had that DVD because I'll see something. I'll be like, yo, I had that DVD. I had that series. Where'd it go? Why is it not in my collection? And she'll be like, I didn't throw it away. It's over here. Because I'll notice it could be one movie that, you know, seems insignificant to somebody else, but to me, I notice it all. If a vinyl's missing, book missing.
Funny story. I was the same way. DVD collector. I used to go to Blockbuster. They used to have used DVDs on sale. Shout out to Blockbuster, bro. I miss y'all like a motherfucker. Word. They used to have used DVDs on sale. I used to rack up. I used to buy bootleg DVDs. Yeah. I used to get the series like you, all that shit, right? You know, within the last 2 or 3 years, streaming became a thing, whatever. I didn't even have a DVD player. I gave all my shit away. All my DVDs, I gave them to my pops and I gave them to Brother Black. Shout out to Brother Black. Very recently, about 3 months ago, my Fire Stick went out. This shit just stopped working. Let me quick story. That Fire Stick was bought by a young lady. She stopped talking to me. All of a sudden, the Fire Stick stopped working. I don't know if it's magic. I don't know if she deactivated it remotely. Whatever.
Sorcery.
The shit stopped working. I had to pull out the PS2. And I just so happened to have a little stack of DVDs that I stashed because these was the ones I couldn't give away. Like, these are my real favorite joints. And I had to watch them shits mad times.
All right, one of the movies in there.
Casino.
Wow.
Casino.
That's a good one. That's a good one. You know why? Because that's a good 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Right?
Casino's in there. Goodfellas in there. Silver Linings Playbook is in there. This cop show that used to be on TNT, Copland, I think it's called.
Copland.
Copland, it might have been. That shit's in there all 3 seasons because I really like that fucking show. Not a random, but a Cat Williams stand-up that I really like.
Okay.
And then like a couple little wrestling joints was in there. Were like some of my favorite wrestling. Yeah, bro. Nice. So that was there. And thank God, because it held me down.
That was the stash.
And I still got it. And it's still there for emergency purposes.
That kind of correlates to my story. My internet went, and I had like this 5G box, and I couldn't really get service. It would go in and out, in and out, in and out. Got to reset the router. So I got tired of it, and that's how the DVD collector started. I'm like, I'm not doing this all day. Yo, they got the spot. I went in there, yo, Pop, how much these DVDs cost? $1. $1?
Yeah.
I'm getting everything. Yeah. So I look up, it's like 250 DVDs strong with mad series. Like, so my go-to's The Critic. I'm always gonna watch The Critic. It was with that guy.
The Critic's a cartoon, right?
Yeah,
I know
cartoon
exactly.
Joint. Yeah, like you said, Casino, Goodfellas.
Yeah, those are eternal, bro.
It's
Bronx Tale, all them shits.
The Taxi series and
the old Taxi with young
Danny DeVito,
young Danny DeVito and young Tony
Danza. Yeah, man.
That's Andy a classic, Kaufman. Bro. I remember watching that shit as a child. Bro.
I begin into like classic series. It always gives me like ideas for content, man. Word.
Classic shit, bro. Shout out to that. Shout out to all them good classics. Shout out to having like 3 channels, bro. I think part of our problem is that we are flooded with content and data and shows and music. Like, we're just constantly consuming. That shit is fucking exhausting, bro.
It's a lot.
I want shit to cut off at midnight like it used to and play the Star Spangled Banner, whatever the fuck.
What's that joint that used to have like do like that joint that always like at the end of them shows?
Oh like, I know what you're talking about with the paper.
Word. And then MASH would come on and then that's
when it was over.
It was over. It's over. No more TV. Word.
Why nobody liked MASH, yo? And how if nobody liked it? That shit was on air for 40 years.
Not only that the fact that you knew at that point nobody's watching.
Yeah, nobody's watching.
So
TV
they knew what they was doing. Putting that shit there.
I definitely try to watch MASH, and
never.
Not at all. Not at all.
I'm gonna try again. Yo. Well, fuck around watching now and be like, yo, this shit is brilliant. I fucking get it now. Nah, shout out to that, man. So then we got Solo, we got Life's a Blur. I'm seeing the connection now.
Yeah.
And then boom, we got Poetry in Motion, which is a wrestling theme. So now we're getting into my arena right here. Right?
Start off with the wrestling intro.
Yep, starts off with the wrestling intro. Poetry in Motion, a classic move from my man Jeff Hardy.
He's your favorite wrestler?
My favorite wrestler of all time is Bret Hart.
Bret the Hitman Hart, classic, bro.
That's a classic, yo.
Yeah,
that's a goodie.
That was one of the coolest cats, bro. Like
he was sick, yo. Like
I remember he had the fly leather jacket.
Always had his hair slicked back.
Yeah, he always had the
glasses,
and he had the ill glasses.
And he was nice.
Yeah, on top of that,
that's the most important thing.
Not only was he nice, he was consistently nice. Yeah, he stayed around for a minute.
Yeah,
word is born.
You know what I'm saying?
When did you get into wrestling? Actually,
wow.
When were you exposed to it first?
I want to say like my dad would like be watching it, and I remember like being scared of the Undertaker. It was like
shit.
Yeah, I was like 3, you know what I mean, when he first came around, and I was just so like terrified of him. And ever since then, like I would always like, you remember the Coliseum video joint?
Hell yeah.
I would always go and get those. Like I kept the 1990 Royal Rumble for like 10-15 years, like
from the rental spot.
Yeah, from the rental spot. It was still there, like so. you know, wrestling, especially towards the Attitude Era and into the Ruthless Aggression Era, like has been like a huge part of my life. Like the reason, you know, if most of the partners I've been with, but you know, this one, like we watch wrestling together. Like,
that's what's up.
It's
that's
like
cool.
that's us. Like we you know, she likes China. You know, recipes to China.
Word.
So like it was always a huge part of it. So kind of like if you wasn't into wrestling, like that's where I'm gonna be at watching my classics, or you know, trying to latch on to something new that I may like. You know what I mean? So yeah, wrestling is a huge part of everything. Like
that's awesome, bro.
And
Shout out to that. Shout out to your partner for having similar tastes, similar good tastes actually.
And interest, yeah.
My last partner
hated that shit. Probably
she would watch wrestling with me only when bum ass Roman Reigns was on the screen, and then she'll just be lusty the whole time and shit. I'm like, yo, you just gonna be here lusty, foogie ass Roman Reigns? Be out.
Yeah. Who was your favorite wrestler all the time, Burns?
All time?
Yeah.
It's got to be Hulk Hogan, bro, because it reminds me of my dad, man. Keep it real. My dad had the big mustache back in the day. He had the muscles and shit.
He did.
And, I just always, when I think of, like, Hulk Hogan, that shit just makes me think
that's
of my
ill,
dad.
that's ill. Hulk Hogan, I would have never thought.
For real. Just for that, you feel me? Like, if there was, like, who's, like, my real favorite wrestler that I like to watch, I fucked with the Ultimate Warrior.
That was my guy. Ultimate Warrior was my guy.
But there's, like, people that wasn't really, super duper stars, like Cesaro, this brother named Antonio Cesaro. I think he's one of the best wrestlers ever, and he never really blew up.
You know who I used to like? I mean, but I go back.
Shit like that. Yeah.
I used to like the Rockers.
The Rockers, yo.
Oh my god,
that was the first match on that 1990. It was 1990-1991 Royal Rumble. It was the Rockers.
Wait! Don't say. They was fighting the Chinese tag team,
Oriental Express. Yeah.
The Rockers was my guy.
The Rockers,
Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty.
Bro.
Those were my
Damn,
guys.
that's dope, man. And I think I told this story on here before, but my first wrestling experience was my dad actually came home late night one night. My dad used to hang out a lot when he was young, and he used to come home late night. He'd be probably drunk and shit, whatever. But he had rented WrestleMania 1. Oh. And he woke me up. It was like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. And he was drunk. He for sure was drunk. Shout out to that. But he woke me up. He was like, yo, I got it. WrestleMania. That's why I miss Blockbuster so much, man. Yo, he had that shit. And I probably fell asleep. I probably didn't even watch it. But just like that memory, man. And I've said this before, too. I got to take my dad to WrestleMania when it was here. In the Meadowlands. And matter of fact, just to how the story goes full circle, we was driving there, and he was like, yo, I hope, I hope fucking Daniel Bryan kicks somebody's ass, right? This is what he's telling me. Yo, I hope he can piece him up. I'm like, word. I'm like, yo, I hope fucking Hulk Hogan comes out. Like, that shit will be like, that shit will make it for me. And Alexa Bliss, the first thing she did, she was a host, and she was talking. She like, I'm about to make y'all go crazy with the snap of her finger. She snapped her finger, the Hulk Hogan music hit. That nigga came out. Yo, I was 5 years old again, bro. Word is born, man. And I'll never forget that day, man. Word. So shout out to wrestling.
I am a
the
real American.
Yo, I would be lying if I said I don't play that shit. Like, just in the whip and shit.
Nah.
Word, man.
You wildin'.
And that's
while it's all cold and shit.
Yeah, fuck that. That's how I warm up and shit. I start doing push-ups and shit.
Make sure you say your prayers and take your vitamins.
So let me ask you something. How'd you feel when West Side Gun and them came out with their wrestling skits and like bigging it up? They kind of use that as their thing.
I kind of felt validated because I was just like, I know a lot of us, because I remember like in the hood or whatever, they'd be like, yo, you watching Men in Tights? Like, what's wrong with you?
It's frowned upon, right?
Yeah.
But they be watching football, and guess what football is? Men in fucking tights. And they be all on each other way more than the wrestlers. Y'all be piling on each other.
Clothed, my man. You all naked and shit.
Ain't
Fuck
nobody
out
naked, B. But y'all be piling on each other probably.
With the singlets, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
It kind of protects.
I heard about football when they be in the piles and shit. They be all grabbing on each other, touching on each other and shit, doing little dirty shit.
The showers, when I was in high school, the whole showers, I'll be like, nah, I'm going to take this pill. I'm always going to the crib. I'm not showering with no other man.
But then they try to shit on you for watching wrestling and shit.
Yeah, like, I'm good. They would always shit on me like, bro, like, Stone Cold, he got tights on, bro. I'm like, y'all don't know what's going on.
Mind you, in the Attitude Era, there was mad titties in wrestling, bro. Bitches used to be ripping each other's whole dress off and be in bra and titties.
This is why
that should never happen in the NFL. I'm gonna fuck what y'all said.
They had
Godfather
word,
but they're not connected. The lingerie football league. The NFL ain't sponsoring that shit. So y'all really watching some questionable shit.
Shout out to Jerry Lawler. Word. Jerry
Lawler
Lawler was on it.
Word, major perv, yo. But Thought Provoker, what made you say, all right, now I want to drop this project, themed around wrestling?
Well, it's threefold again. Like life, how you move in life, you have to move to your own beat, your own cadence, your own rhythm. You know what I'm saying? You write your own stanzas.
Mm-hmm.
You move how you want to move. Long as it's righteous, you ain't hurting nobody. Move to the beat of your own drum. So with poetry in motion, I'm a big poetry head. I love Langston Hughes. I read James Baldwin books, Maya Angelou. I can, go on and on, Adam Hayden, all that. So I read poetry anthologies a lot. When I was in college, I wouldn't even care about the class. I just want to read the poetry anthology itself. I'm not following the lesson plan, but I do like the content of the anthology. So poetry in motion kind of came together when I saw that Hardy, I'm watching the WrestleMania with the TLC, the first TLC, right? And there was a highlight on SmackDown where Michael Cole's like poetry in motion, Jeff Hardy is jumping off Matt's back and, kind of crashing into the Dudley. So I'm just like, I feel like life is poetry in motion.
Right.
Everything that we do has a rhythm to it, has a beat to it. Our heart has a beat to it. Some people's hearts are bigger than others. It's wider than others. And it beats for a certain, certain things like, the hearing your child, being born and, or the love of your partner, like your heart, skips a beat at these things. And all poetry is meter, right? And sometimes with that meter, it may have a rhyme scheme. It may not. So with poetry in motion, I related it to the poetry of how Jeff and Matt sort of, concocted their move list. They're different, and we related to them now, right? Like back then, they were just like the punk rock guys, and we were weird for liking them, But now everybody just came around to them, and how they moved was different from every other tag team and every other like act in wrestling that I've seen. And it kind of correlated to hip hop. So poetry in motion is just moving to your beat, how you want to move. That's all that is.
Dope. So everybody make sure y'all check that out. Poetry in Motion, the EP out now. And I like the wrestling hip hop connection that, has been brewing. It's been brewing for a little while, because I remember Run DMC popped up on WrestleMania one time. Salt and Pepper popped up on WrestleMania one time.
Shout out to Run DMC.
Yeah, there was always like that little connection.
Got the shirt on with him and all.
Yeah, word. Look at that. And then with West Side bringing it in and stuff. So now I see a lot more wrestling and hip hop being connected. So shout out to that. Shout out to you. Poetry in Motion, the fifth EP of 8. Excuse me, the fifth project of 8 that you are dropping in 2023. So now we only got like roughly 3 weeks left in this year, and you got 3 projects you're gonna drop. Can we talk about those? Do they have titles and stuff?
Yeah, one I was actually gonna release like the preview trailer. One is called Lucy's, and if cigarette culture in New York, my parents smoked a lot of cigarettes with the windows up and kind of contributed to carbon monoxide poisoning,
all types of shit.
Asthma.
You know what I mean? But also it's like a culture. Like a lot of our parents met through being outside of a bar. Yo, you got a cigarette?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you meet and connecting off of this. So I feel like Lucy's is another like ode to old New York again, and the sound of it, and how it all connects and everything else.
So
and the next one is actually off of a James Baldwin book, a tentative title, and that one is more personable. It's sort of just like Solo. So I'm a have it structured like a novel.
Right.
Like it's going to be chapters.
Okay.
And everything else is going to be thematic. And the third one is tentative as well, the title, but I definitely gonna lock in that studio and give 3 out. You know what I'm saying?
Dope, man. I like that you're thinking these projects through. You know what I'm saying? It's not just I'm gonna record 8 joints as an EP. I'm gonna put it out. Nah, like you're actually pre-planning, pre-theming them. You know, different themes. It's not the same theme 8 times. So definitely shout out to you for doing that, man. Definitely.
My thing is, you got less than 3 weeks.
Oh no, I'm a fast rider, bro.
Pressure's on, but
pressure
makes diamonds, baby.
Yeah,
that's
listen,
right.
I love this, so I don't ever feel pressure. It's just like I love to do this. Like if I can just lock in the studio and stay there for 24 hours, I do it.
Right.
So
to get paid for it.
Yeah, and get paid for it. Absolutely, I do it. That's why it's not pressure to me. It's just like I wouldn't do it if I didn't love it because it's literally a part of my life. Like it's a part of my walk. So I don't feel pressure, but I do feel the pressure to make it great. That's it.
Okay.
Good.
That's
Absolutely.
what it is.
With dropping all these projects in a quick at such a quick pace, are you able to, or do you feel you're able to work the project thoroughly? Are you dropping videos for every project?
Yeah. That also is something that I feel like I can be better at with having more video content for these projects so that there's a visual aspect to it. So that's something that I feel like I'm going to be better at moving forward and giving a visual conceptual view of each project. And I think that is something that we as an artist, sometimes we hate to admit that we need to improve on something.
Right.
Like,
and you can't do everything alone.
Yeah,
bro.
right.
As much as you want and as much as we all want to.
Right.
Sometimes you need that.
So there will be, going forward, I actually do have a video coming out for Whisper in the Wind for Poetry in Motion coming out before the end of the year. And moving forward, there will be more, like I said, more of a rollout, more of a video. But this year was about the content and the music of it. This is for like the music listeners and everything. So yeah.
Dope. What can we expect in the year 2024?
2024 is going to be more me being outside, more and more shows. I plan on doing a little bit of touring, a little bit of shows everywhere. More videos. Next year is going to be the year of the third verse, and what I'm going to say is everything that I put out, every project that I put out, there will be no more short form songs. That's it. There's going to be there will be the third verse, and there may be a bridge here and there, but I want to stress that we no longer need to do the 2-minute song. I'm championing that. That's out for me.
Right.
It's going to be the third verse.
Dope. Absolutely. So everybody be on the lookout. 2024 new projects, 3 verse songs, which that may seem foreign to y'all, but it's actually something that's been around before y'all, and it's dope. Make sure y'all go download Solo. Make sure y'all download Life's a Blur. I let my tape rock till my tape popped. Is it Friday yet? Poetry in Motion. Follow at Thought_Provokah. Get the merch. When you have some shows, my bro, please let us know so we could pull up, we could support.
Definitely.
Get the merch. Look out for the videos.
Y'all go
look
check
out
out
for the
Survive in Advance, man. That joint is, that's my joint right there.
Survive in Advance. Word. Definitely check that out, man. We're gonna get into 10 shots with VSOP. Y'all know the drill.
Real quick, man, I'm going to ask you 10 rapid-fire questions. You answer them with minimal thought. We'll turn around, go back, and discuss your answers.
All right, got you.
Here we go. Number 10, Hit Boy or Alchemist? If you could work with one, who would you work with?
Alchemist.
Lauren or Mary J. Blige? Better artist to you?
Lauren.
Foxy or Kim?
Kim.
Foxy or Kim? You said Kim?
Big
or Pac?
Big.
The Infamous or Hell on Earth? Which one's the better album?
The
Infamous. Who got the better rappers? Brooklyn or Queens?
Queens.
Jada or Fab?
Jada.
Okay. Better movie, State Prop or Belly?
State Prop.
Okay. Harder beat to rap on, Who Shot Ya or Benjamin's?
Benjamins.
Last one, Black Album or Blueprint?
Black Album.
Okay. I would have said reasonable, but I knew you were gonna pick that. So.
It worked.
So I picked 2 other ones, and that's it. 10 shots.
Shout out to that. Shout out to the Alchemist for sure. Shout out to Lauryn Hill, New Jersey royalty.
That's right.
Shout out to Kim. Shout out to Foxy. Shout out to Big. Infamous classic album. Shout out to that. Queens, get the money. Jada. Shout out to Jada. Shout out to his son too. He just dropped a freestyle.
Yeah, he did. I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
State Prop Over Belly. Shout out to that. Shout out to Dame Always. Benjamins. And the Black Album. Shout out to that. Before we get into the love song of the week, I got to do a rant real quick.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to look at the camera to all my podcasters, fellow podcasters, bloggers, journalists.
Here we go.
Hip-hop reporters, even my regular people that report news on their social medias and stuff, man. Y'all got to stop focusing on the negative, y'all. I know this Diddy thing is a hot topic, but everything is allegations, and y'all quick to throw people under the bus. Whatever happened to innocent, proven innocent before guilty, or proof guilty before innocent. Whatever the fuck it is, y'all doing it backwards. Y'all throwing people under the bus. Are hip hop icons. You know, y'all may not like Diddy, but Diddy did a lot for the culture, and I don't think it's fair that people are quick to promote, share, make episodes about, talk about, laugh at, our icons when they're going through something. And this is not Diddy specific because it happens to all of them. But when they do something positive, when they do something dope, when they help somebody, nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to mention it. When they drop new music, it's barely mentioned. But if they mess up, everybody wants to talk about it. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody has a reason. And I just think it's unfair, man. We got to love hip-hop more. We got to protect ourselves because this whole world's trying to take us down and take us out. And if we're going to help them take each other out, then what are we really doing? What does our culture become? You know what I'm saying? So just be a little more conscious of the energy y'all putting out and the information and the misinformation that you're spreading. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what Diddy did. We don't know what Diddy didn't do. We wasn't there, and if you look at things from a true perspective, man, if Cassie was really that upset, why she ain't press criminal charges? Why she ain't try to get that man put behind bars so that he wouldn't be able to do that to anyone else moving forward? Not only that, if it was just about a lawsuit, why she sued him and sued Viacom and sued Revolt and sued Ciroc? Like, y'all got to look at things a little deeper and see if maybe there was a money play going on. Or maybe there wasn't. I don't know. That's my whole point. None of us do. But to just go on about there and shit on people. And 50, you a foul cat, man, for doing that too. You talking about you're gonna put out a Diddy documentary, and that's all allegations, man. Let something be proven. And listen, if tomorrow shit comes out and is real and Diddy was a piece of shit, lock him up, send him away, throw the key away, and I'm not gonna support somebody that's doing wrong, but we can't not support people based on allegations. So I just want y'all to think a little deeper and respect the culture, man. Like, y'all not quick to shit on rock and roll artists. I don't see nobody shit on Taylor Swift. It's just our people, our own people throw each other under the bus too quickly and too often, and it's very exhausting. And I just wish, have some respect for the culture, bro. That's really all I wanted to say. That's just my opinion. It is what it is. Shout out to Thought Provokah pulling up today. North New York's own, Jersey City's own Thought Provokah. Definitely check out his projects. Shout out to Brother F. Shout out to Straight Fuego Studios. Shout out to our manager Dolly. Make sure y'all get your teeth whitened at Teeth Whitening Doll, at Luna Bright Teeth Whitening. Shout out to my co-host VSOP.
You know what it be.
Let me make sure I'm connected because I want to leave y'all with the love song of the week, and I want to tell y'all a quick story about the love song of the week. So I get home last night. I'm on the gram. It's 3 a.m. I'm scrolling, wasting my fucking life away. I come across a post and they say, Motown, this is the song we need to push. This is the joint. It's a new Offset record. I'm notoriously not an Offset fan at all, in the least. But I heard the song. Shit's a smoker. So at 3 a.m., I'm in the crib. I'm jumping up and down. I'm excited. My blood is racing. My heart is racing. I'm wishing I had somebody I could call, talk to, text, anybody, please. I threw this shit up on my story just hoping somebody would see it and give me a reaction and interact with me because new music really, really gets me hype. And last night I was fucking hype. And on the way up here, I was playing it and I was still hype. So shout out to Offset. Shout out to Motown. Shout out to Don Tolliver. I'm probably late. This joint came out a month ago. It might be on the radio. I don't know how to listen to radio. But it's the M. Burns Love Song of the Week for episode 175, the Gahhd Cast. It's called Worth It. Before I hit play, do remember, chin up, chest out, carry yourself with honor, carry yourself with pride. Thought Provokah, thanks again for pulling up. Episode 175, the Gahhd, the M. Burns Love Song of the Week. Offset, Don Toliver, worth it. And come on, man. You can't start the song with the reggae joint and it should not be fire. F, give me some volume, please.
Not connected.
How are we not connected, B? Nah, man. Yo, we going back to the wire, bro. This shit says connected and it's not connected. I ain't fucking with this no more, man.
This is Offset? I've heard this song, yo.
You've heard this?
Yeah.
It's fire. Anyway, episode 175, Gahhd, Thought Provokah, VSOP, M. Burns. Shout out, Brother F. Shout out, Straight Fuego Studios. And we out.
I did hear this. And Don Toliver, right?
Don Toliver.
Yeah, I did hear this.